Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today, I have a 3v3 ladder match here on the most amazing Neuroxis map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting off with Team 1. It is Blue Team up here to the northwest section of the map. Somebody's upset they did not choose Cybern. And down here in the south, we have Team 2, also known as Red Team. Let's start off with Team 1 up here to the west. We have the player of Mambo going first land as a Cybern in Amethyst Purple. To his north, we have the Aeon player of Cool McGurr going first land in Stitch Blue. And last but not least, here for Team 1 on the other side of the map, we have Clab going first land in Royal Blue as a UEF. We have all of the races represented except for the Seraphim faction on Team 1. Team 2 side of things, we have, starting off, the player of Chuckle Buns going... Wasn't he the one that made the comment about... Oh, I did not choose Cybern. Oh, I see. He said that he did not want Cybern. He's going first land in Chevy Crimson. To his south in Ruby Red, we have Sailor Moon going first land as a Seraphim, the first Seraphim of the match. Have not actually watched the anime Sailor Moon. Heard it was good, just haven't watched it yet. And last but not least here for Team 2, we have G-Monk going first land, second air as another Cybern for Team 2, and he is in orange, the color orange. So for Team 2 side of things, they have 2 Cyberns and 1 Seraphim, no Aeon, and no UEF tech here for Team 2. Let's go ahead and check on Reclaim here very quickly. We have 23,000 Reclaim for our players to scoop up. That is a nice, hefty chunk for 6 players. Almost about 4,000 per player. That's actually a decent chunk. And let's take a look here at mass point distribution. Well, honestly, there really isn't a distribution. We have... Essentially, all of the mexes in the map are essentially on the edge of the map or in the main bases for Team 1 and for Team 1 and for Team 2. We have a couple of mexes here on these upper plateaus, but a lot of this map is dominated by these large pools or ponds of water. You can just get a nice little angle on that. You can see that's a nice decent sized pond here on this northeastern section. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of Navy up here, at least in these 2 ponds. But I wouldn't be surprised, because we have the Cybern factions on both teams, to see one of the Cybern players build maybe a naval facility here, and then build Salems, and then walk them across the land. It would be very interesting to see that. I don't know if it will happen, but it would be an interesting play, because that would bolster forces, at least on this western side of things for Team 1, and actually both sides here for Team 2. But it is going to look like it's going to be a 1v1 scenario here to the northeast and a 2v2 scenario here to the southwest. It's going to be very difficult. You can get up here via this route right here, but very narrow neck of land. Again, there's only 2... there we go. There's only 2 mexes here. So it's not really a whole lot to fight over. Some of the rocks are located on this lower section right here, where they have engineers starting to scoop those up. But honestly, I don't see really much anything else to fight over. There are a set of civilian structures here in the main bases for both teams. We have Sailor Moon already on a reclaim effort to do so. They are Cybern. I wish they were kind of colored. Like this were a different color other than tan. I get why they're not, red or blue or whatever, just to make it a lot easier to see that these are, civilian structures and not enemy structures. But still, there is a drop incoming noted by G-Monk going up here for this 1 engineer. These positions do offer a decent amount of reclaim, and they also nice tactical advantage of building up maybe some T2 artillery here on the south side of this rim of the cliff. Being able to at least try to just poke at, or even actually missiles in general, to just poke at the enemy. But bomb will come in, take that out right quick. That is not going to go anywhere. Team 1 tried to be a little bit aggressive, but Team 2 came in with that early bomber and went, no, not going to happen. We do have a bomber out to the west for G-Monk. He's going after, well, looks like he was going after the comm, but going after the mass extractor first and foremost. Interceptors will intercept that Air Force and take that out. The slow movement to the southwestern corner of the map is occurring. And again, it's just kind of slow over down here. You would think with 2 players, it'd be a lot more, well, oomph to go this way or, you know, south. But I don't see much of really anything. No one's really in a rush this game. We are at 5 minutes. We see the first upgrade of the game. It is Collab. He's going for the gun, damage, and range. And the player of Chuckle is not even going to contest him so far. We only have a couple of engineers here for Clabe here on this northeastern side. And essentially, they're the scouts. Getting a nice chunky, I was going to say 1 rock, but there's actually multiple rocks in that 1 rock. But 575 mass, just uncontested. It's kind of nice, at least for Collab. I'm going to say Clabe at one point, and I already have. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let me know down in the comments how you would pronounce it. I think it's either Collab or it's Clabe. It's one of the two, I think. It could be a third one. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. We do have the comm of Chuckle going at this upper plateau area, which is very interesting because he's making no effort to go after these 3 mexes right here. And we do see he's going to go for it. And honestly, he could hold this position. Units are going to bottleneck constantly in this position if he can hold it. It'd be a good tactical advantage point if he can do so. It does look like Team 1's player Mambo notices that, and we can see it just illustrate here. Even though, you know, not a lot of units, they are still forced to kind of wait a little bit and then move in. So it does offer a nice advantage for the defending side of things to, well, defend. But the player of Mambo will run over this position, take it over, at least for now. There's 1 engineer all the way back here, but does have a supplemental factory to help assist in reclaim and forward operating efforts. G-Monk, question mark, Sailor Moon. He's going for reclaim. I mean, why wouldn't you go for reclaim? Nice comm placement, says G-Monk. I mean, you know, it's not the worst placement. You already have wall segments built. You can, you know, fend off against T1 unit spam in that area, but it's not the best area. There is another drop coming out here from Team 1. It is from Cool McGurr, trying to do his best with that transport, just trying to get his way over there. He kind of, you know, going back and forth, does not want to be killed on his way in. And it does look like it is going to land. He's going to go after this early base that player of Chuckle has built up. It is his main base. That transport will die off, was not killed fast enough, and a couple of hunters will come in and start attacking these fervors. Fervors need to keep moving. Same thing with the hunters. They need to keep moving to try to avoid those incoming artillery shots. 1 Mex is down. The second Mex will not even be targeted. And honestly, for that exchange, I don't even know if that was really worth it, to be honest with you. I mean, it does take out some eco for the player of Chuckle, but really, he was at, I'd say, 50, and now he's at 43, so it's not a huge drop. But the comm of G-Monk starting to be surrounded here by Mambo. Mambo makes it out of the water. He looks like he takes some damage there. And G-Monk will take out the forces from Mambo and probably just return and fire on Mambo. G-Monk has the gun. Mambo does not. He has nothing. He's in the yellow and decides, I should probably go back in the water. That's probably a smart idea. And he is going that way. His feet are about to touch it. He's going to take a lot of damage for this. Probably drop below 50%. Or almost 50%. And he will have to hide for now. Submerge back in the water like a good little submarine. We do have some sort of a pincer maneuver. It's not really going to work very well in this position, at least. We do have a couple of mantis trying to shoot this little Lobo, but the Lobo's kind of like stuck almost at like a 90-degree angle. It's more like, I don't know, what is this, 75 maybe? Maybe 60? 60 at least, and that gun is pointed almost straight up. Cannot hit that thing. It is a really weird positioning. It does die off eventually, but it was really funny to watch that gun speed and range here from Mambo in the water. Shield going down here for Chuckle. Oh, sorry, not shield. Stealth going down here for Chuckle. We have T2 on the way here for Cool McGurr. He is the Aeon going for, looks like land, air, going T2 and probably go T3 here pretty shortly. I don't see any efforts by Team 1 to go air with the other two players. We do have the comm of Clabe. See, I know I'd say it. Clab being surrounded a little bit by some mantis, but he does have the gun, so he's perfectly fine for now. 2 shots those mantis, nothing really to worry about. his forces holding that plateau area. Doesn't want to have Chuckle's forces move in to intercept. Nano repair going down here for Chuckle as well. He's going to be very, very beefed up after these upgrades are done. And I don't see any effort besides the player of Sailor Moon to go for air. We don't even see a T2 facility online here for the player of G-Monk. But he has pushed Team 1's player Mumbo all the way back to this position, very similar to obviously the mirror for this position. Does have a T1 naval facility with a couple of subs, which is nice. The issue is that subs can't fire back on land targets / anything that hovers. So it's not as versatile in this situation. In this position, we'll just be run over by G-Monk. Mambo is on the way back. He has that gun upgrade. Reinforcements coming in all the time to help assist G-Monk. This facility will go down. I would not be surprised to see this naval facility go down as well. He needs at least a couple of frigates just to shoot back at the units. I know building subs is a good idea just to deny enemy comms from sitting in the water, but it's not the best idea. These units do retreat. G-Monk's going to start some mass extractors. And I don't see much of anything else. I'm just waiting for that comm to merge out of the water. Units building up here for Team 2's player of Chuckle on this south and eastern approach for player of Clab. We have Cool McGurr. Gonna just going in the water for now. Just gonna hide. We do have units coming in off of the plateau. A couple of Spectre gunships coming in to assist. Mambo does make himself known out of the water. He is back in the green. Is almost up to his first rank of veterancy. Nano repair does finish for Chuckle. And he's starting T2, so he's really going to tank up on that upper plateau. But G-Monk starting to be surrounded once again by Monk, but a couple of Spectre gunships are on station. It will force G-Monk into the water, but the subs are waiting for him to approach. And so far, he only has 2 of them, but 2 of them could be enough. G-Monk very fastly falling below 50% of his hit points. And there go the subs. He's going to reclaim the facility, which, I mean, is an idea, but the subs are going to kill him pretty quickly. It is in the red, so, ooh, is it going to finish? It's not going to finish the sub. He's going to get the reclaim, stop reclaiming, and then have to jump out of the water once again. But, they have that huge Mantis army to the west. Mambo's nearby as well. His forces were pushed back quite heavily. There's even rhinos in the mix here. G-Monk will have to get back in the water, but it's not going to work very well. G-Monk, you should have just reclaimed those subs. It's not going to go very well for him, and that is the first kill of the game for Team 1, and it is claimed by Mambo. It is now a 3 versus 2 here for Team 1 versus Team 2. Changes the landscape, not terribly, but it does force Sailor Moon to focus a little bit more on land than he probably was wanting to. He has built the T3 air facility headquarters for the Seraphim faction, so he's going to start pumping out some ASFs. His opponent has not yet. It's only at 43%. So he has the air advantage for now. He just needs to capitalize on it, which is sometimes hard in FAF, especially when, you have to build up units and then, obviously have them travel across the map, and that gives your opponent enough time to build stuff up. Flab builds a T1 Mechs and then instantly gets annihilated for it. Like, Mech says, no, can't stay online. No. But this position holding pretty strong. We have T2 hoplites appearing here for Chuckle. He's starting to just slowly kind of push back Clabe on this northern side. Don't see any effort by either player to go for Navy, which, I don't expect Clabe to do so or Clab to do so. Maybe, just because Chuckle is Cybran, he could very much benefit from having a couple of naval facilities online. We do see an effort here from Mambo to do just that. But now Mambo going to start exerting his influence on the map here on the southern side. He does have to be wary, though. There are T2 Wagners in the mix and a couple of AA platforms to help assist with taking out those gunships. Is he producing interceptors? No, okay. No, it just looks like he was. At the comm of Cool McGurr. Is he going to build he's going to do a distance build? What is he doing? I mean, maybe he'll just claim some of these rocks, but don't push this G-Monk or just make him retreat. Yeah, at least try to grab these T2 mechs positions. There's already one here. 2 more would be greatly beneficial to Team 2's eco. In terms of eco, Team 1 is winning by only like 10 mass a second, which isn't that bad, honestly, especially with them having a player down. And in terms of total mass accrued, Team 2 is winning by just a little bit. But again, when we talk about 2,000 mass, that is not a lot. The comm of Cool McGurr is being shot at by some artillery and hoplites. It's not going... Actually, those are... Nope. Wait. Oh, it's by missiles, excuse me, not artillery. The movement has occurred once again here for Team 2's player of Chuckle, and he is pushing forward. Clabe is pushing back. I almost want to say Klondike Bar. And his force is constantly being beat up here. It doesn't really have anything in the way of T2 yet. It needs to get some of those forces up here to help assist with that push. The units will be pulled back. It does look like Chuckle's units were decently taken out, though. You can see all the wreckage here. A couple of pillars were gone as well. So both these players constantly going at it back and forth. T2 Oblivion turret was built to take out some early PD, but this is not going to last very long. Hoplites. That shot completely misses and just fires off into space. But hoplites do get one-shotted here. Wagner's... Actually, these aren't Wagners. These are Rhinos. We'll deal with that Oblivion turret. I like the play. It just needs like 4 or 5 more PD to really make that an effective play. Comm of Mambo is starting to be just kind of isolated once again. Rhino's doing their best to hold off his incoming reinforcements, but it does look like Mambo will have to retreat into the water. Does not want to be sniped, especially this far forward. And again, we're seeing some torpedo bombers being built. This is what Sailor Moon wanted. He wanted Mambo to go into the water. And he's at 4 stars. He has a decent amount of hit points at 17 minutes of 14,000. But a wing of bombers are on their way. And here they go. They're going to take out a decent chunk of those hit points. I think at least roughly a third. Second pass is inbound. He's trying to make it back onto land. Some of those torpedoes will land. Oh, that's got to hurt. He's dropping below 9,000. The T2 tort bombers don't work anymore. He needs either gunships. Here they come. Or he needs some of those Corsairs. Or, you know, Volthus. Volthus also work. But the Volthus are going to be shot out by some Inties. Does look like the bombers are going to go after the naval facilities, though. That's actually a great play. Taking out the production facilities here for Team 1's player. Mambo wants to deny those subs in the water once again. The Volthus are left alone so far, but it does look like more interceptors are on the way here from Team 1. Those T3 interceptors, ASFs doing their best to hold off the interceptors. And the Volthus do a great job of forcing the comm back in the water once again. A bunch of T1AA has been built. Those Volthus are pretty weak, so they will be chewed up pretty quickly. But Torp Bombers try to come in and capitalize on Mambo going in the water, but doesn't really go his way. Mambo is still under threat here, trying to hover between water and land. Those units in the air have been dealt with, but it doesn't really look like Team 2 really has much of anything else. Their best play would be go after that T2 naval headquarters and take out those cruisers. What are they? Not Salem's. What are they called? Oh, they'll build one. But trying to build those cruisers from the Cybran faction. But a couple of Volthus, actually more Volthus, are appearing all the time. They're trying to take out that naval headquarters here, the T2 one. And land is still in the hands for Mambo. But Team 2 has gained this position, which is what they wanted. ASF's really not going after those Volthus the way they should. More and more appearing all the time. And now they're targeting the build power. Actually, that's a very good play as well. Deny the not recharge, but the repair ability from those build power. And all those Volthus are killed off. They couldn't seal the deal and take out that facility, but they've severely diminished the ability for Mambo to produce those naval units quickly. Team 2's player of Chuckle has retreated back to his main base. He has T2 air, has T3 land as well at 20 minutes almost. This position, not really that strong. but, you know, Team 1 isn't really attacking either. Just make a few Wagners. That facility will slowly repair itself just due to the fact that it is Cybern. Will produce the first Siren. That's what they're called. Siren class cruiser here for Mambo. Gonna go for a nano repair to get that regen up very quickly. Looks like Sailor Moon's gonna retreat into the water down here. Yep, that is where he's going. There's a lot of water here, so I would be very confused if no one took advantage of just the water to hide their comms. It's very effective, but you know, players do expect that, so it's kind of a will they, won't they kind of thing. We have just Chuckle standing next to a T3 power generator. Not the best place to stand there, but it is under shield coverage. And he's producing T3 mexes as we speak, with, of course, ringing his mass storage around them to increase the production value of those mass extractors. I think it's so it's base 6, and then they go to 24 when they're fully ringed. I forget what they are normally for T3 mexes. I don't remember. Let's see. It won't tell me immediately because it'll just go straight. Oh, 27. Oh, because it's not fully ringed. I'm missing this one. It's 27 mass per second. It's a decent chunk going from T2 to T3 from 9 to 27. You know, that's why you really need to get those T3 mexes online and why you got to keep them online for as long as possible. But a couple of loyalists here for Team 2's play of Sailor Moon will start to encroach. A couple of PD have been built to defend, but there's not really a whole lot. All Team 2's play of Sailor Moon needs to do is build some bricks and just walk. That's it. That's all it'll take. The air grid is coming online. I am surprised that no one has really utilized, you know, this section of the map, this section of the map to just put stuff. Because you could just put another air grid just in a corner of a map and not have to worry about it. Because if a couple of experimentals come for this position, they're going to immediately go for the air grid, of course. This is kind of risky putting it this far forward. A nano repair slowly getting built up here for Mambo. He's going to probably he actually has regened all of his hit points before nano repair comes into play. But it does look there is a push by Team 1's play of Cool McGurr. He is pushing forward against this hoplite and missile forest. It is a narrow neck of land, of course. These units are going to have to, you know, bunch up, huddle together, and move forward. Team 2's player of Chuckle could have built a lot more artillery and PD and even shields just to protect his units, which he did not. Very missed opportunity there. But has built T2 naval technology in the form of cruisers. Didn't want to go for Salem's first, which, I mean, killing the air is probably a better idea, to be fair. Doesn't want to get immediately destroyed by torp bombers. I don't blame him there. But a horde of bouncers, and there's a couple bricks in there, and loyalists there. Love the mix of units. Would like to see a shield from the Sarah from Variety, but they're busy on air production, not land production. Bouncers will do their best to take out some units here. Trying to shoot, you can see they miss quite often. They are air units that can shoot on the ground. Very similar to how the Siren works, that their main air cannons can actually target ground units. Not as effective, of course, or accurate, but they can just put rounds down range. And Sailor Moon using the edge of the map to just kind of hide his movements, or at least try to avoid, of course, the Siren in the water. And it's working so far. I would like to see a Salem at some point. No, he's going to build a couple more Sirens first to lock out air. Which, again, still is a good move, but love to see those Salems walking on walking on land. Same thing happening here to the northeast here for Team 2's player of Chuckle. Just bombarding these units. And they're slow, you know, they're so compact here that a lot of the shots do either hit the shield or they hit the units. So getting a nice shot accuracy here for those Siren cruisers. I don't see any big plays so far. I don't see a nuke. I don't see any sort of... Artillery is too soon. Maybe. If that's all you did was build T3 arty, then maybe. But I don't see that in this game with only 3 people. Usually that's like a 6-person play thing. With these Percy's just getting annihilated. I mean, it's slow damage, but it's consistent. And more are coming online, which means it's more and more damage. It does embolden the units down here to move forward. This missile group just bombarding. Even though there's a volcano nearby that kind of diverts some attention, it'll do is just curve into the shield anyways from most of its trajectory with that flare. So it really doesn't matter. One of those sirens was taken out by artillery, and now it's targeting the missiles down here. Needs to aim a little bit more to your west to actually hit them. But again, this is where those Salems would come in handy with the bombardment capabilities. A couple of torp bombers here to the south take out that T2 naval headquarters. Team 1's player Mambo has lost everything except for his his naval facility, which he's upgrading to T2. There is a missile inbound, which is taken out by the... I don't even know how to pronounce that. The T2 tactical missile defense for Sailor Moon. But that aggregate is going up pretty quickly. Of course, he has the increased eco with 2 bases. But Chuckle has really brought his A game with his eco. He's at 281 himself. And he should be pumping out Rascoms, or at least building a gateway here pretty soon to help increase that rate of climbing for his eco. But the forces from Clabe have started the engagement here, going after the Vipers here. Titan pushing back, does die off. There's a lot of Rhinos back here. And there's a couple of Hoplites behind them to help assist with more missiles. Is that an engineer? That was an engineer. No, that's a Cougar. Never mind. Looked like an engineer for a second. But these Cougars are just getting annihilated. They're AA units. They can't fire on the ground, so kind of pointless there. Does look like Team 2 has lost a couple more Sirens here in the water. They can't get super close, but if they were to go T3 naval and go for those Galaxy classes, that would be a very interesting play. It'd be a big fish in a small pond kind of situation. And a couple of bricks. Of course, the bricks do have torpedoes, so this sliver will be taken out. It's his last naval unit in the area. It has TMD to help assist. I think that's what took out the naval base. Was some missiles, and you can see the whole horde of them. A couple of AA emplacements in the water. You can't build PD, but you can build TMD and you can build AA. So essentially no offensive things, only defensive things that can be built on top of the water. Which I kind of understand that, because then it would just be just a bunch of Ravagers in the water, which that's not fun for anybody. So kind of do understand that logic. But look at this. They're just getting bombarded constantly. Need more shielding. I will always say that no matter how many shields somebody has. I don't care. You're going to always need more shielding. And the first emitter is down. The second emitter is down. The third emitter is going to fall here pretty quickly. The fourth one that was being built is gone. Another Siren is destroyed. But there is a Salem now. And all it has to do is walk onto water. But there are 4 Perseus nearby. It does not look good. Does look like the Sirens are the target first, then the Salems, and even some missiles were coming in. At least that's what it looked like. There's more artillery back here. There's miasmas, and there's blink hammers. Cool McGurk getting kind of switching things up. Went from being on the western side of the map to the northern side of the map, and is going to help out with his miasma fire, which again is pretty useful. That's the range on those artillery, so they can hit these. They need to, actually hit them, but they can at least try to hit them. We have bricks coming out of the water right on top of the death of G-Monk. And those bricks are going to run into the comm. They need to focus the comm, not target the air units on the ground. One of those bricks has been taken out. Will fall back in the water here pretty quickly. But essentially those bricks just being a nuisance. We see missiles that got annihilated. Oh, that TMD just got annihilated. Ooh. It was actually moving to fire, and then it died. That has got to hurt. You can see them loading more missiles as we speak. That was a great grab. You can see more zappers being built, so it's not really going to matter a whole lot once a couple more have been built here for Team 1. If you've been enjoying the cast so far, please like and comment down below. And of course, if you haven't subbed to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know who do you think is going to win currently. It is a 3v2 at 30 minutes. First kill of the game was on G-Monk. The first experimental has now been built, this time for Chuckle. And is it a monkey? Is it a monkey? I'm assuming it is, just because he's Cybran. It is a monkey, and he's building 3 more. Those are actually going up pretty quickly. He's at 438 mass per... I see, that's Sailor Moon. He is at 345 mass per second. Hasn't gone T3 air. Could go T3 air for some strap bombers, but probably just wants to sit there for those Corsairs. He hasn't gone RASCOM production quite yet. He still has a couple of mexes to build. But that is a huge amount of mass. And obviously Team 2's player of Sailor Moon has 465. Their eco is essentially on par with Team 1, but Team 1 has 3 players while Team 2 has 2 players. It gives Team 2 more refined control over where the mass goes, and it goes in like what it goes into and whatnot. But will this brick die? Yes, it will. Mumbo gets a couple more veterancy. He's killed 16,000 mass by himself. Earned the 5-starred commander for that. This would be a perfect time for a nuke to just randomly pop up for me to not notice. And as I say that, I'm assuming either one has been built or one is being built. But we have Colossus being built here for Cool McGurr. And that's it. No other experimentals for Team 1. Kind of interesting. I don't even see any chickens yet. But he has land and air, so he's kind of fun in that regard. I don't see any efforts to build a nuke. So far at 30 minutes, I only see the one SMD, and that is it. So, oh, and the Fat Boys now started here for not Cool McGurr, for Collab. At a group of Perseus is pushing against this T1 force, taking out a couple of outlying mexes. Those sirens cannot get close because, that's why they can't get close. But that monkey is in the water, and that'd be a perfect opportunity to send the monkey in. There's nothing here to protect this base. This is, it's a missed opportunity. What are you doing? He's building a bunch. What's he building? Are those SAM sites? Those are SAM sites. Oh, that was a perfect opportunity. They were out of position. Oh, and the units were distracted over here to the west as well. So this could have taken out this artillery base right quick, and then kind of just walked right back. Just went, okay, I'll kill that and leave, bye. But did not do that, unfortunately. A couple of missiles going after this Omni and a couple of some mass extractors, but will not get that because they are shot and dead. Let's see, is there anything else here going on? Any fancy things? We do have that T2 naval facility back online. I think this is the third one, I think. Building some sirens first, then going for those Salems, I would assume. Maybe go for Galaxy, because I feel like Galaxies could probably sit right here. Probably at least shoot up to here, I think. At least take out the core mass from the old base of G-Monk. Do some economic damage, because Team 2 is going to start to run away with it. Team 1 is staying in stride, though, but it does look like it's starting to favor Team 2, especially because now there's a second monkey on the field, with a crab going to start to be built with some of those hives to assist with build power. Percival just getting shot at constantly. But that artillery, look at all the mass in the water. That's a decent chunk of mass there. Look at that, like 800 per wreck essentially. It's a lot of mass for both teams to grab. Team 2, should grab it, but Team 1 is really doing some work here, taking out this upper plateau position. There's a couple of Titans and Perseus. Essentially, the Titan is leading the way while the Perseus come in with the heavy firepower. There's even a Demolisher in the mix that's at 2-starred. That'll be a nice couple of hit points in regen for that unit. But a lot of AA has been built by Chuckle. He wants to defend against air and just building more sirens as just as a point. But more and more hives coming online. Looks like this is where he's going to produce those experimentals. And having 2 monkeys just sitting in the water here, Team 1 only knows of one. Oh, they know of both of them. But they think those are probably just subs. Actually, they only know of the monkey and the siren. But Team 1 has a decent set of Air Force, 139 for Team 1's play of Cool McGurr, and Sailor Moon has 146, so almost even in that regard. That's a decent amount of ASFs. Of course, this position just getting hammered constantly. Cannot establish a forward operating base over here to the west. Just having a couple of sirens in the water really do make a difference here on this map. But an Awasha in the green. Ooh, Team 2 does not have air control. They're essentially vying for control. They have to be very careful with how they use this, but a lot of Team 1's bases, like this would be a good position with all the P-gens. Essentially killing power here for Mambo. Would be a good thing to take up. But the monkeys have crested the water. Miasma fire constantly raining into them. The monkeys are cutting a path northward. I think they want to draw attention away from the shield for these Perseus. They're going after the miasmas, take out the artillery first. And the game was paused and resumed. Those miasmas are dead. Now they're going to have the Perseus come to them. Blink hammer fire opens up. But now we have some Cougars out of position. Now the monkeys will come back. Oh, that was a nice tactic. He walked in that direction, then turned back around so the artillery would miss him. That was a great move here. Do I see another? How's that crab doing? That's almost halfway done, but Sailor Moon finishes his Awasha. Perseus have no shield now. More Perseus are on the way to help assist. We have some blocking going on. These monkeys need to get this sorted out. But these Perseus are just being destroyed. We have 1 star and 1 star here for both these monkeys. The artillery is the target, and it is gone. We have a Spectre gunship that just gets annihilated. Shields coming back online to help assist with defense, but more and more Perseus. They've dropped one of the monkeys into the red. They want to get at least into the water to help secure that reclaim. That was a huge grab here by Team 2. They just took out a lot of defenses, essentially. I hear that Awasha bomber. Where is it going? It went for this position, taking out a couple of mass points. ASF coming in to intercept and defend, and here comes the air fight over the top of it. A couple of SAM sites and sirens. Actually, those aren't SAM sites; those are just sirens. Really, no, actually, there is no SAM sites. Kind of a missed opportunity there. It does look like Team 1 is not getting great of a turn. Oh. Team 2, Sailor Moon, is getting a nice set of turns. Wow, almost just annihilated all those air forces. Another bomb drops. We have SAM sites being built here by Mambo's Calm to just help defend. But that is air dominance. Bomb will land once again, taking a couple of mass points. Team 1's eco is taking a hit. That Awash is not stopping. It has its own AA gun. It's not very strong, but, you know, something better than nothing. Oh, it's going to land outside the shield. There it goes. Oh, that's going to hurt. Doesn't get the T3 land air headquarters. And it does look like they were going for more of them. So that air grid is going to go down. SAM sites are being spammed up as fastly as they can. Chucko has built his crab over here to the east. There goes the shield is down. There go the pigeons. The only thing left online. Does look like some hives were gifted over by Team 1's player of Mambo for some nice build power. That Colossus does finish. It does not kill off the air headquarters. Kind of a missed opportunity, but the air grid is down. Really, that's the only thing that matters. Kills the sirens in the water, too. Man, that thing is just paying for itself. 93,000 mass by itself. Maybe we'll get to 500 this game. Who knows? I doubt it, but you never know. There goes that bomb once again, going for those bouncers, trying to take out some AA. Is it going to go for the air headquarters? Will it build the nuke fast enough? Oh, it's going to turn around, and then it'll probably drop the bomb. ASF's in the area to defend. More and more SAM sites being built constantly. Waiting for that Awash to come back into view. Waiting. Where'd it go? Oh, it's up here. It went this way. A lot of the ASF forces are just being distractions. There goes the bomb. A shield was built to defend. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it is not going to be enough. That Awasha is going to die. It wants to go off screen. Would be the best thing. No. Is it? Oh, it goes off screen. Team 1 gets denied the reclaim. Oh, that's got to suck. Oh. All those air forces were taken out, however. But honestly, a lot of damage was done. Team 1 is suffering. Their eco is below 900. Does look like there is a mounting land force coming to engage, but a horde of bouncers in bricks are prepared for it. They're moving to intercept. We have 2 Colossi here for Team 1's player of Mambo. Probably should have had that Awasher come back to base and help defend. They're building a chicken pretty quickly, honestly, but it is going to take some time, of course. They do have a monkey for defense and a crab on the way, so Sailor Moon is pumping out those experimentals right now. How's that push to the east going? Same kind of situation. It's a Fat Boy versus a crab and a lot of Perseus and a couple of gunships. I feel like, I don't know, I think Team 2 has it down here. The monkey's going to take out the first Colossus, and that monkey is being shredded to bits, but the Colossus is being shredded to bits. That brick wall is impenetrable. Look at that thing just getting annihilated. There's the first one. A ring of brick walls. Let's go check on that northern section. I know I should probably go split screen. That force was petered out, it looks like. Doesn't really look like it's really going to do much of anything else now. A couple of bricks were stolen by that Colossus. I don't want that on screen. Is there a way to like just have that mass fabricator panel just go away forever? But we have bricks firing, trying to do what they can. The Colossus is dropping pretty quickly, though. It's at 2 ranks of veterancy. A couple of torp bombers are going after the the Siren class cruisers here. Team 2 needs another experimental, probably a chicken, but it's going to focus on the crab. And it's close to the green, so it'll take a minute for that Colossus to get there. I think they'll finish the crab soon enough. And to the north, the crab, a chicken are down. There's only 1 monkey left standing, a bunch of bricks in tow to help defend. The Fat Boy is trying to get away as fast as possible. It's getting pretty close. That monkey lord will die. It will rest in Team 1's hands with all of that reclaim. They needed that desperately to help, push Team 2 off of this section of the map. Colossus doing what it can to push forward. That crab is about to come online. T1 bombers being spammed up to help assist with defense. Another Awasher under construction. The chicken abandoned, going straight for the crab. The crab will stand up. It's got to stand up now or never. That Colossus is just going to stand there. It needs to move. Team Mambo needs to move it. There it goes. It is movement. The crab stands up, turns, and going to fire on that Colossus. We have engineers already on reclaim orders for that Colossus here for Mambo. He knows he's not going to hold this position for long. Crab needs to keep moving. Do not stop walking. Target priority the experimentals, and you'll have it till it gets to the wall. I think it might actually land on top of its brother. No, 3,000 hit points a set every shot. It was close. Does look like it just came out of range though. Colossus will make it back into the water. Man, Team 2 got a beating though. They lost a bunch of mass up here. Didn't really gain anything. Another Fat Boy here for Team 1. I don't see any... Oh, there's a Duke under construction. I don't see much of anything. The air grid kind of built up very quickly, honestly, here for Cool McGurr. A lot of effort has been put into getting an Air Force back up and running, which, to be fair, they do need it. Mambo is in the Air Force game as well, but there's just so many more facilities here for Team 2 player of Sailor Moon. It does look like that crab is going to push his range advantage. The Calm of Mambo did push forward, but going to have to retreat. The Colossus was killed. Looks like its head was just barely out of the water. That's got to hurt. Probably didn't walk back fast enough. Or it just stopped moving and the crab chased it and killed it. And that could have also happened. T3 not online here for Chuckle. He's just going for Air Scouts, it looks like. Yeah, just for Air Scouts. I mean, that's better than nothing, though. He wants to get a nice view of what's going on up there. He does have a couple of experimentals, a couple of monkeys in the water. He's built a third monkey. He's going to build probably 4 more and send them all in all at once. It's the era of the Monkey Lord. Crab going to use his torps to deal with these bricks, or at least the brick will come on the land. And that's a lot of they're building another crab as we speak. That's a lot. We have 3 different experimentals being built at the same time by 2 different factions. 2 on land, 1 by sea. Sorry, 2 by land, 1 by air. And just a horde of just air units. Does look like Team 1 might have the advantage in the air for now, but it could just be deceptive. I'm not, like, I mean, I could just add them up right now. 57, and I'll go to Sailor Moon and 35. Yeah, it's definitely favoring Team 1 in terms of air. We have some torp bombers going after the crab, but that crab is at 121,000 hit points. It's going to take a long time to chew through those hit points. And it's going to use its torpedoes to just slowly whittle all of those missiles down. And then maybe missiles will just launch. This, where is it? Oh, there it is. They're loading missiles as we speak. It's killed 20. Wow, that's 20,000 mass just for that one TML. That's actually pretty good considering usually they get killed off pretty quickly. But, you know, having a little bit less mass than what the crab has killed is really good considering. Mambo has retreated once again, is at 20,000 hit points, 5-starred comm. Has Ras, has switched from Nano to Ras, which I don't blame him because they need ego, but Team 2 has a nuke. They just finished loading their first one. Ooh, and they're, you know, gating in Rascoms as we speak. Chuckle has built some that's not TML, some telemaser defense as well as a T3 strategic missile defense. I don't agree with the placement just due to the fact that it's next to 2 PGens that could easily blow it up. Especially like this. Like, I get it. You want to load it as fast as possible. I understand that. Still, though, like, it's the volatile explosion that I'm worried about more than anything else. I know you can reclaim it and negate it, but if you don't have the micro for it. We have Fat Boys trying to target the monkey, but the monkey is just below the surface of the water, and those rounds are not big enough to really cause an AoE explosion. But the Fat Boys are distracted. The first nuke is launching. Oh, it'd be great if it was going to this position. Oh, that'd be a great nuke. Just clear the way for those monkeys to come in. But it's going to the west, taking out the air grid. There is no SMD loaded. This one isn't loaded either. That nuke will land. Oh, just taking out air constantly. That first monkey is killed off. The Fat Boys trying to do what they can to retreat. We have Ravagers in the back for defense as well. Another push on land from 2 monkeys, or 3 monkeys this time. Those monkeys are getting eviscerated by defenses, though. The second one is down. Once those bricks are down, it's going to be full force into those monkeys. Or the monkey, I should say. More bricks being taken out, and a third monkey gone. Oh, look at the battlefield here. This is nuts. And I know I missed the nuke. It does land. Kaboom! Takes out everything. Team 1's player of Cool McGurr is just suffering in the air game for now. It's just constantly getting bombarded. But the T3 artillery has been built by Clab. He's going to start building those PGens to help assist in its rapid fire nature that it can do with the PGens assisted. But the chicken is on its way. The Awasha has been completed. Team 2 needs to get some shielding to protect all those engineers. That is so many. How many is that? 98. How many more is there? We have over 105 T3 engineers on screen. That is a lot of engineers. That's just so many engineers. And there is a crab here to the west that we saw in the water. Just ignored the naval facility. Takes out some PGens and just says, well, I'm good. Actually takes out the naval facility, the SMD as well. Team 1 is defenseless from nukes on that western side. Team 1 has some SMD, which is probably why he didn't launch it over there. But another monkey makes it out of the water, just constantly wants to deny this upper plateau position. We have some tactical missile launches that will be threatened as well. Look at the hit points. The monkey's already in the yellow, and it took like a couple of seconds to do that. Man, Team 1's combined forces from Cool McGurr and Collab are just holding out. Collab just building a lot of PD and AA, not really building anything much else. Has a land facility with some engineers, but that's about it. Now, how much mass did that nuke kill? Oh, just a cool 81,000. Already have 4 stars, you know? Nothing too crazy. Looks like Chuckle really wants to get that SMD loaded. He has 3. He really has nothing to worry about. He's built a secondary. He's actually built a T3 air headquarters. Just went straight to T3. Just skipped, upgrading that one. and is producing a bunch of pigeons to help, just accelerate Team 2's air dominance, essentially. Team 1's only hope is that artillery. Team 2's base is not shielded. We have pigeons being reclaimed to prevent the volatile explosions. Pigeon does come online. They're just spamming up an artillery as quickly as they can. You need shields. I get it. You need it out as fast as possible. But if it goes up in smoke at 95%, then all that mass was worthless. Or wasted. Not worthless, but wasted. Pigeons under threat of volatile chaining or cascading. Shields still not strong enough. One more will kill everything else here. Barely misses that pigeon. The naval headquarters, the air headquarters is the most important thing. Another air facility goes down. The Duke raining in constantly. There goes the pigeons. Shield goes down once again. Man, that artillery's going up quick. Naval facility looks like it was either Control K'd or killed. Probably Control K'd. Mass reclamation is on its way. A lot of the mass has already been scooped up. I am surprised that Team 1 didn't go for it. It's been there for a long time. Very big missed opportunity. And in terms of reclaim, well, Team 1 is at 222,000 to be fair, but a lot of crabs and monkeys have died on this side of the map. We can see, actually, Mamba has reclaimed the most at 104. A lot of reclaim. I did get 2 colossi to be fair, so that does help. In terms of mass generation per second, both teams are at 1.1k. This match is a little bit over an hour. The artillery has finished, and you need to get those shields online, 10 minutes ago, essentially. And they have no orders. That's kind of weird. I don't know what Sailor Moon is doing, but he needs to build shields everywhere, especially around that artillery. Go for anti, says Sailor Moon. Oh, with his artillery. That probably would be the best idea. Knock that out, then land a nuke. Team 1 has targeted the nuke launcher here against Team 2. The shields are pretty strong, though. They will hold out a decent while. If 2 artillery comes online, might be a different story, though. But with only 1 SMD, that is the linchpin of defense. A nice grab if Team 2 could kill that and then launch a nuke. Okay, build at least a shield first, please. If Team 1 notices this, going now. Awasha coming in over the top. Crabs pushing in on the ground. They're going for that SMD. We have strap bombers on their way. Here they come. Bombs are launching. The shields are down, but none of them impact. But a second wave is inbound. They're going after the comm of Clab. Clab goes down. The S&D is still online, though. They went for the kill, which I can't blame them there. They have 2 crabs, 2 monkeys. I say 1 monkey. The other monkey died. The crabs being used for their range, of course. The units stall for a second with transfer of control is gifted back over to Cool McGurr. Shield back online. Cool McGurr is under threat. That SMD is the main target. We have a second Duke online. The Dukes haven't been given their new orders yet. That has got to hurt. Artillery now launching against the Dukes. I don't really think that'll matter if the nuke launches, which it looks like it will. Crabs need to come just a couple more feet closer. Actually, meters, feet. I don't know. I'm in the U.S. I say feet. But sometimes I feel like I have the opinion that the Imperial system for length and weight very, kilograms, meters, kilometers, so much easier because it's best base 10 system. So much easier to learn. It's the whole visualizing how long a meter is, how long a kilometer is. That's going to be a little difficult, but I think Celsius is far superior to the Fahrenheit. I will die on that hill every day. 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. Very easy to understand. Everything else in the middle is kind of just existing. But man, this crab push really, with those strap bombers, I mean, Chuckle is making a play for the underrated player of the game. We have 2 artillery now raining in, but it's a little too late. Shields are now online. But that artillery is coming in pretty quickly, though, to be fair. The crab is going to push, and there's a lot of those Ravagers online. They're going to sit at range. Explosions going on all the time. The artillery's helping with taking out those P-gens. And as long as the crabs focus on the P-gens, these 2 artillery installations are gone. There goes that another explosion. A couple more strap bombs on its way. They're targeting the artillery directly. They kill that. It is gone. Essentially everything, not worthwhile, but everything really threatening here for Team 2 has been taken out. Taking out some mass as well. The crabs are just roaming the map. They don't care. Got less. Says Sailor Moon. Don't know what that means. Got less. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But those crabs are going to start chasing Cool McGurr down. It will take a while for those gunships to chew through those hit points. But, you know, they can do it. Looks like he's building some AA back here to help defend and build up so he can grab that reclaim. We have a crab here from Mambo with some harms trying to do what they can to hold it off. It's not going to work, but 2 crabs, 3 crabs. That's going to be a lot of defense for Team 1 to chew through. Didn't see any T3 naval tech, though. Kind of disappointed in that aspect. A second artillery? No, it just looks like it is. But Cool McGurr is taken out by crabs. We saw that. It was going to happen. The first crab was killed off. The second one will turn around and just kill everything off. It is now a 2v1 scenario here for Team 2. It's Mambo left versus Chuckle, Buns, and Sailor Moon. Mambo is the highest rated player of the game by actually a couple hundred points, to be fair. He's done a very good job holding this western side by himself, essentially. Awash Obama coming in. Will it impact the crab underneath the water? No. And if it did like nothing. So the water is too deep, unfortunately, here for Team 2's Awasha. But there is a horde of ASF on its way. It is that Awasha is going to die. Let's see. I'll deal some damage, but not a lot. There it comes. Here comes the Air Forces. That bomber is going to crash land in Team 2's base. Maybe. But the ASF veer off. They're not going to go for it. There's not a lot of AA, so they could have killed it, but decided not to. Crab was eventually killed off here on the northern side. Mambo still has a chance. He is cybering. He could teleport in and kill somebody. Artillery focusing on his air production facilities, though. That has got to hurt. There is another artillery online, I think. There's a secondary nuke as well here for Team 2. Wait. Hold on. What? What? Did I miss something? Or maybe the artillery here from Caleb killed that off, but... I thought the comm of Mambo... Caleb... Not Mambo. Yeah, Mambo died. Right there. Huh. I come back a couple minutes ago and that nuke disappeared. There had to have been the artillery was targeting this position. Had to be. Team 1 doesn't have anything else in the clip. They don't have artillery. They don't have a nuke. All they have is the comm. The comm of Mambo has RAS. He does not have any teleporter or laser. And I feel like it's just the beginning of the end. The red is starting to encroach the map here. Team 2, they have a way to end it. It's going to be a little bit slow, but they have artillery. So that is going to assist them quite nicely. A horde of gunships, though. They're going to go after those crabs. There are 4 crabs in this corner and a chicken. That's a lot of crabs. Someone was feeling like seafood today. Yeah, there's really nothing here. Team 1, Mambo doesn't... He's going to build some Zars, which he doesn't have air... Well, I mean, he has air control, but doesn't have a way to replenish it. ASF's coming in to protect those whalers. We have ASFs here from Team 2. Are they going to charge in? The first crab is going to go down. There is a decent amount of AA, and there are crabs being built under the water, because why not? ASFs will engage to kill the first crab. ASFs here from Team 2 will hopefully target the whalers to take out the offensive capabilities. And now we have crabs versus crabs in the water firing torpedoes at one another. They're running into one another to do that. Those ASFs were dealt with for Team 2. So Team 1 has that advantage in the air, but they don't really have anything else. That's all they got right here is just what's in this corner. They have RASCOMs. They have a bunch of TMD. They have some T1 subs and a couple of AA ships. But those sirens, that first one is gone. The second one is gone. It'd be better if these RASCOMs just produce harms at this point. They do more damage. But this is very interesting. We just have a bunch of torps firing at one another in the water. It's 3 crabs. We have... Is that... No, it's not. It's just... Oh, yeah, there's no way that... I was like, there's no way those shots are hitting. Yeah, there's no way those are just torpedoes firing. But the whalers down here might be able to take out these artillery emplacements. Mambo's still in it. There's a lot of pressure. There's the Allwasher coming in to assist, probably to distract the ASFs. The shields are down. The whalers have a chance. The Allwasher gets killed. The artillery gets killed. Team 2 has lost their bomber and their artillery, and a Tsar is on its way. Mambo is clawing this back. He's using his air advantage with what he has. That Tsar is going to come in and wreck shop here. ASF's called in from Team 2's player of Chuckle to assist. He has his nuke. He still has it loaded. He still hasn't fired it yet, but has it loaded, I should say. And honestly... That one's loaded. That one's loaded. But the crabs will have it this game. The second crab is down here for Team 2's player of Sailor Moon. He's built up a nice air grid. You know, it's better than nothing. And that has helped him assist in that air game. The Tsar will come in. We have air defenses trying to do their best. It looks like it's going to target the T3 land headquarters. That's a good grab, denying those bricks for Team 2. But there's a decent amount of T2 flak as well. And this Tsar will die. It will die on top of some pigeons, though. There it goes. Crash damage. How much does it do? Takes out a pigeon. Takes out 2 pigeons. And that is it. Some of those ASFs are whittled out. Team 1 is Mambo. That's their last experimental in the air. I know they were building more, but I don't see any more. And those forces to the north here for Chuckle trying to hold out. Not trying to hold out. Trying to push forward. Mambo trying to hold out. You know, he is doing very well on the southern side, but this northern side, he is struggling. And really, I think it just goes down to APM. He's trying to manage 2 fronts, and he's constantly, you know, going back and forth, and it's not really going very well. We have crabs chasing crabs out of the water. We have a chicken back here as well. It's not used to the water as well. We have Chuckle in the water here. We have Sailor Moon with some NGs down in the water down there. So no one nuke will kill them. More and more whalers trying to do their best to hold off incursions, but the calm of Mambo is in the rear. And I feel like I can speed this up just, I think, maybe to 2. Crabs firing at one another down here. Going back and forth. First crab will go down. Second crab will go down. The chicken will be killed, but I think the Ion Storm will be able to finish it off. At least one of the crabs. The third crab focusing the weaker one. Bricks coming in to assist. That Iron Storm is going to hurt those bricks. It's doing enough. Well, it's not doing that much to them. That crab does go down. Those forces to the north slowly making their way westward. They're taking out ASFs and other air forces as quickly as they can. Calm of Chuckle in the water, of course, hasn't moved. Has Nano, doesn't have teleporter. We have Sailor Moon, Av, Rascom, and T3. So he's not going to go for any risky plays. He wants to keep it safe, which, to be fair, this is essentially now Team 2's game to lose. Mambo starts the laser. I was wondering when that was going to get started. His only play, essentially, maybe take out the air grid. That'd be a good grab. Don't go here because the PD, it's kind of risky. Could go down here and take out the rest of the air grid. Artillery being rebuilt as we speak with shields this time. Teleporter is started as well. Lasers done in 30 seconds. Teleporter's at 41%. Going up pretty quickly. I mean, I am at +2 to be fair. But still going up pretty quickly considering once the teleporter finishes, I will slow it back down. We have, just air units circling above the T3 production facilities. Okay, the teleporter is done. I'm going to select Mambo. Where are you going, sir? You're not teleporting yet. Yeah, well, I'll stay on you for a little bit. I don't want to lose the... Oh, there it goes. Okay, where's he going? Where is he going? Let's see. Let's scour the map for the comms. Teleportation position. No, I don't see where he's going. He's not gonna go to the... he's going for gun. Okay, I thought he was teleporting. I think he did start the teleport and go, wait, I need gun. Yeah, you don't need the gun for laser, but it does definitely help the damage, so I think it helps it. No, it helps the speed and the range. It helps the range, not necessarily the actual damage of the laser. But those whalers doing a heck of a job of holding out those ASF. He needs to finish that gun and teleport now if he's going to do anything with it. Crabs are approaching the southern section of, well, actually the western section for Team 1 or for Mumbo. He's building another Tsar. He's in almost the green with that one. The crab does go down to defending crabs. The gun is almost done. Now he's going to teleport, right? Right. You're not going to build laser, teleporter, and gun and not teleport. That would be very useless. He's going to go. Come on. Is he going to go? Come on. I'm just like waiting for him to go. Is he going to? He's not going to. He hasn't gone yet. Maybe he's trying to find out where he wants to go. And again, I think the best position to at least do some lasting damage is take out the air grid up there, or to take out the artillery down and air grid down here. That's really it. Going after the comms is impossible. They're underwater. Nah, a laser doesn't work. He's not teleporting as yet. He's probably trying to find the comms, but they're not on the land, so they can't be found. We have just strap bombers roaming the map up here, being annihilated by ASF and gunships. We have the march of the crabs once again. And these crabs from Chuckle have done so much work on this northern side. Still hasn't initiated teleportation. Don't control K. Please don't evac or control K after building the telemaser comp. I like to see it because I think it's fun to watch. But don't build it, don't tease me with it, and then don't do it. That's not okay. Does he have... He has the power for it. If he's going to do it, he needs to do it now, because that, horde of strap bombers and crabs are on its way to its main base. And they're trying to find the comm. They found the comm. I think it's a little too late. They know he's there, or they assume he's there at least, because they can't see what that is. The comm does move. I think he notices he's under threat, and unfortunately, once he gets out of the water, that is it. That comm is dead. D-E-D, dead. He should have teleported when he had the chance. I'm wondering to see those... that is a horde of spy planes. That's a lot of spy planes. Those are air scouts. 41 spy planes. Chuckle has pointed out the nuke will land right where he was. Bombo, you need to teleport unless you can teleport instantly. There are strap bombers on your doorstep. You need to get out of there now. Oh, you're just going to walk. Oh, that's disappointing. At least you got to fire your laser, though, and kill some spy planes. Crabs being annihilated by giant donuts with space lasers. Okay, there goes one bomb. There goes two bombs. There goes three bombs. I don't think he's going to make it. There goes a fourth and a fifth, and that is it for Mambo. He had the chance to teleport, and he didn't take it. I get it. He couldn't really find any place to realistically go that would really make a huge difference, especially because he was really on the back foot. He needed a comm kill, but couldn't find one. And this is, you can see what he can see. You can see pretty much everything on the map. He had, scouts running around, but, comm was down here, comm was up here. Honestly, I'm going to give underrated player of the game to Chuckle. He built a heck of a lot of experimentals. Not just for that, there's the line of bombers I was waiting for, those torp bombers. But he built a nuke. he used that to kill the air grid again because it was already killed the first time by an Awasha bomber. And then built a nice air grid, built another nuke to just help, did he even fire it again? He did not fire it again. That's disappointing. But he pushed the northern side pretty heavily. I mean, he lost a lot up here, to be fair. He wasn't as efficient as he could have been. But because he was constantly pressuring the northern side, we had 2 comms up here. One of them died, of course, in this big explosion here. And then the other one was chased. And once this northern side broke, it wasn't game, but it was really close because now we had a way into Team 1's main section of the map and then come in and essentially pincer maneuver. Because Mambo was very focused on the south, and he was doing very well. He had a nice, production facility online. He had, decent air grid back here that he rebuilt, a bunch of crabs. So he held this position for essentially the entire game. But the defenses from the combined bases of G-Monk and Sailor Moon were just enough to hold off this threat and for Chuckle to come in and just kill. Did he get all 3 kills? He did get all 3 kills. So one player, the lowest rated player on Team 1, the second lowest in the game, killed all 3 players on Team 1. I'm going to give that to Chuckle Buns. Let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way. Please like and comment down below what your favorite moment of the video was. And of course, like the video if you did. And if you have not hit that sub button, I would greatly appreciate your subscription today. And for those who have, thank you so much. Thank you for the continued support, and I will see all of you in the next one.